Are you so ready to say, NARC, be gone? Narcissist, get out of my life. Get your energy out of my life. Get your yucky energy away from me. Well, then this is the video for you. I'm going to give you tips on exactly how to do just that. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung. I have been recognized as one of the top 1% of attorneys in the country, and I've written a couple of best-selling books, Negotiate Like You Matter and Breaking Free, a step-by-step divorce guide. And I have dedicated my life, I'm on a personal crusade to give you the negotiation skills that I have mastered in over 20 years of being an attorney and couple them with what I have learned and taught myself about narcissists and how they think and how they act, and especially how they think and act in a negotiation. And I've put them together into an unbelievable method to show you step by step how to free yourself from these relationships with narcissists. Business, personal, doesn't matter. That's what I teach you. And if that sounds good to you, make sure you hit subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that way you'll get notified when I upload new videos. So I've been there. You're dealing with a toxic personality, maybe one, maybe more. There's what they say is 1 in 10 people are narcissists. Who knows? I mean, it could be more than that, but that's what they say. And so the bottom line is there's not one single one of us who is immune. Every single person, every one of you listening to me today, all of us have had to deal with this toxic personality type. And it is never any fun. They don't make it any fun. They're not enjoyable to be around. And one of the ways that you can definitely know that you're in a relationship with one of these people is when you're with them, you don't feel good. You know, when you're with people who have great energy, who, you know, just shine from the inside out, they make everybody around them feel better when they're around them. You know, one of the books that I read a long time ago, and I highly recommend it, is called The 4 Agreements. And I love that book because it's 4 agreements that you make with yourself. I'll put a link to it below if you want to grab a copy of it for yourself. But basically, one of the agreements is never to take anything personally. And the reason why you don't take anything personally is because the way people treat other people is always a direct reflection of the way they feel about themselves, good or bad. So if somebody's treating you well, it's probably because they feel good about themselves inside. And I'm not talking about the love bombing, by the way. That's not real treating you well. I'm talking about actually treating you well. People, you know, where you actually feel good after you've been around them. And you know, you can tell, like the little hairs on the back of your head are going up, or the gut feeling inside your stomach, you know, that pit in your stomach. You can tell that if you are in relationship with a person who's just not making you feel good, who's kind of making you sick, who at night you're worrying about it, or during the day you're worrying about it, and you're walking the dog, you're worrying about it, and you're thinking about it, and you're ruminating on this. I know I'm a ruminator, and so, you know, for me, that's what I end up doing. So what can you do to get rid of this toxicity in your life? Well, the first thing that you can do is start pivoting your thoughts. Start going, okay, I feel this thought coming in, and I'm thinking about it, and now I see that it's there, so let me clear that and let me think about something else. And I recently just heard about an exercise that, I think it was Oprah, had said she'd gone to India or something, and she had been talking to or met with this guru over there, and he did this like meditation exercise with her. And what he had her do was visualize things and then put them out of their mind. So it was like this, something like this. Close your eyes. Now, think about the moon. Take a picture of the moon, put it in your mind. Hold it there for a few seconds. Now, let it go. Now think about a oak tree. It's a big, huge oak tree. It's in the middle of a forest. Okay, do you have that picture in your mind? Now let it go. Now think about a red triangle. Think about that in your mind. All right? Picture it there, hold it there. Now let it go. Every single thought is the same. The only difference is that you create habits of thinking. So you're not in the habit of thinking of red triangles all day long. But if you're thinking of them over and over again, you would start to build that habit. Because what you're doing is you're creating neuronal patterns in your brain. Your brain wants to be efficient. Your brain is like, oh, okay, we're thinking about that all the time. So let me create a pattern of neurons that as soon as they get this to think about, this is what we think about. So what happens is you get this stimulus and your brain's processing, where are we going, where are we going? Oh, that's what we're thinking about. Okay, there's where we're going. So, you know, you've developed these neuronal patterns over the years that have caused you to sometimes go into this mode of negative thinking. So sometimes it could be that somebody looked at you funny, they said something wrong, they did something to you, and then off you go into your neuronal patterns of negative thinking. And, you know, it really is something that you just have to learn how to destroy the old neuronal patterns and create them with, and replace them by creating new ones. And so what happens is when you get that stimulus and you start to think about that negative person and what's going on with that negative person, what's going on, you know, what they say, what are they doing, are they talking to their flying monkeys, a smear campaign, blah, blah, blah. Then you have to go, okay, I see what's going on here. I'm not going to be thinking about this person right now. They're not in front of me right now. I'm going to think about something else. So that you can start to pivot your brain and create new neuronal patterns. Because your brain cannot be in two places at once. You cannot be thinking about the negative and be inviting in the positive at the same time. And, you know, your thoughts are little beams of energy. They are energy, and whatever energy you put out there, you're going to get back. Because like attracts like. It's a basic law of physics. And so if you're out there thinking about things that you don't want, you're going to get more of that. So you need to start thinking about things that you do want. And the way I have done it is, you know, when my brain is on downtime, and that's where I'm going to go off into like the forest of the black roses, the black place, then I bring myself back out of there by putting on something that will refocus my thoughts into something else, whether it's an audiobook or whatever it is. I start thinking about something else. And also having something else to pivot your attention to. Some project that's really interesting to you, or something that's fun, or something that brings you up. Talking to someone that makes you feel good. Anything like that. So pivoting yourself is one of the best ways to get rid of that negative energy of that narcissist. The second way that you can do it is start to say thank you. Gratitude shifts your energy immediately, because you cannot be in receiving mode and feeling grateful at the same time that you're feeling terrible. And so when you start to spiral into that feeling of, you know, why is this happening to me? And why am I being targeted? And why are they doing what they're doing? You're going to get more of that. So you stop yourself, you say thank you. Thank you that I have breath. Thank you that I have the opportunity to get out of this relationship. Thank you that I have a community of people to support me. And if you don't have your own community, join me in my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators at Rebecca Zung. Huge community there. So there's always, always, always something to be grateful for. So that's the second thing you can do, is just say thank you. Just stop whatever you're doing and just say thank you. And if you are so ready to have that narc out of your life, I want to see a narc be gone in the comments right now. And if you want to know more about self-care to cope with narcissists, I highly recommend that you check out my video on self-care to cope with narcissists. If you are getting ready to negotiate with a narcissist, grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. You do not have to stay in this relationship. Start taking the steps that you need to get out of it. Grab that worksheet, winmynegotiation.com. And as I mentioned, I do have that free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me a comment, let me know that you were here, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and that way you'll get notified when I upload brand new content. So thank you so much for joining me today. I wish you peace, love, light, get that negative energy out of your life. Let's start it today. Today's a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'll see you in the next video.